Today's question comes from Mike in Texas. Mike writes, my wife and I are in baby step 2 and have been able to pay about $4,000 of our debt in the past 3 months. However, we've hit some bumps along the way. My wife is the sweetest person I know. Uh-oh. Anytime somebody starts a sentence that way.
I have the best wife, but.
But. My husband is so great, but.
But.
My wife is the sweetest person I know, and she loves buying gifts for people. Most recently, she bought me a set of power tools for $300. And
well, that's so nice.
I do enjoy woodworking. I do not need or want these tools. I see that as a $300 chunk that could have been put towards credit card debt.
Because you're right.
Is there a way to politely decline this gift from my wife and return it, or should I just be grateful for it and move forward?
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa. You touch this one, Dave.
Everybody in this conversation is being so nice that there's no communication going on.
Correct.
You guys are the softest. You pussyfoot around everything. None of you make anything clear in this house ever.
Exactly.
We're just in the. It's like a Saturday Night Live skit on Nice. You know, isn't that what you're seeing?
Yes. Well,
she's nice, but now I want to be polite.
I see
and
her.
I want to be nice, and these people are not hillbillies. I'm just saying.
She buys gifts for other people to. That's the way she buys self-esteem for herself, is she pictures herself as a giving person, so much so that she will take care of everybody else except for her own household in order to put on airs that she is this kind of person. He, on the other hand, is a wimp and a coward. And yes, this is a hard conversation. There's make no bones about it. But if you and your wife have sat down and said, here's a goal that we want to get out of debt, and you're cranking on it, 3 months, $4,000. You're paying off $1,200 a month on this debt.
There's nowhere that anyone in a situation where the two of you are in sync on baby step 2, there's not a script where she goes and buys $300 worth of tools.
Absolutely not.
I don't know where that comes from.
She's either trying to figure out if this, either it's your birthday and you left that out. She's trying to figure out if this boundary is going to hold. She wants to know, if I do this for you, then it's going to free her to go back to
her
old ways. This in my house, and let's flip it around. If me and my wife did this, and I went and bought my wife something for $300, and I'm doing that because something like this has happened over the course of my marriage. She got upset, and she should have been upset. Not because I bought her a gift, but because I violated the covenant that we made, that here's a plan that we're going to follow together. Yeah. And then I put her as the recipient of this, making it her problem, not ours anymore. And it's not a cool, it's just not cool, right?
It's manipulative.
It's manipulative. That's exactly right.
So the thing is this, when she walked in with a gift, you should have said, no.
Absolutely not.
We're in agreement.
And that would have been a part of a fight that she had started. Mm-hmm. You weren't causing the fight at that moment. No.
We were in agreement that we are getting out of debt. You buying me $300 worth of stuff is not part of that agreement.
Absolutely not.
Period.
Yes.
That's not only not nice, it's in violation of, you broke your word to me.
That's right. That's exactly right.
You know, but this guy never says anything like that.
He says, "Oh, thanks. I'm going to love these things." And inside he's sick.
Do I sneak them back over to Home Depot and get the credit?
Right.
And maybe I'll tell her later. Yeah. No, dude. This is like when she set the box down the counter. You're like, what?
What do we do? Yeah.
What?
So tonight, sit down and say, "Hey, we have to have a hard conversation. I'm grateful that you bought me these things, but you and I agreed that we weren't going to do this.
And I'm not grateful that you bought me these things.
And that's right. There
because you violated the trust that we had put in each other.
Yeah.
And so it's more important to me that we work together and that we keep word to each other to get rid of this debt than it is whether I have some power tools.
Yes.
Or whether you're generous to me or whether I'm polite to you.
And so let's put a list of things that we want to buy and do for each other and together in the future, and we're going to keep a running list over the next 3 years while we get out of debt. Let's keep it there or something. But it's just a violation, man. And there's two people who are struggling with their own, what they see in the mirror, man. They're trying to make it work.
You know what? I did this too. I hadn't even thought about it. You said you'd done this, but I mean, I've been married 40 years, so I've had lots of opportunities to do crap wrong. So.
Oh, I've done this a bunch, Dave. I've done this a bunch.
I'll tell you right, because Sharon is a tightwad. Mm-hmm. She does not like to spend money.
Yeah.
But her nature isn't, until she's ready, and it's something. But I mean, most of the time, her nature is she's a saver and I'm a spender, and I'm also one of my love languages is just giving, generosity, and so when we were too broke to do it, I would, on her birthday or on an anniversary, buy her a dozen red roses, which is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't even know what they cost now. I still do it, but it's cost a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's crazy. But even then, it was like, whatever. I spent $100, let's say. Well, $100.
It's $1 million and you're broke, right?
$100.
Yeah.
And, where are those flowers in a month?
Exactly.
They're in the trash. And to her, the sentiment did not keep up with the stupidity.
Yeah, that's right.
And so she was more concerned about the stupidity than she was the sentiment. And it took her a decade later from that to actually accept flowers when we can afford them and enjoy them. But now she's, now she actually can enjoy them. So she got 40 roses on her 40th, right? Which was a lot too. But now I can afford to throw them away in a month. And so now it's not stupid anymore. But back then, I violated the same thing this woman did.
That's right.
This is The Ramsey Show.